I could murder anybody I want, anytime, any place, scot-free. Big cat.
Every year, you should be able to commit one legitimate murder in a haunted house.
The only comeback is murder. Feidelberg, who somehow thinks that I couldn't murder him and get away with it, that site should be murdered. If you have a brain and you're smart, I think you can murder anybody. True or false, you've thought about murdering her.
He could murder her in the ring if he wanted. Yeah. And it's a very Philly thing to do, to just be like, get this fucking robot out of here. And they murdered Hitchbot.
It's funny, but you're going to get murdered. This guy deserves to be shot, murdered, hung. You're a psycho maniac who deserves to be waterboarded and murdered.
They deserve to be murdered. Kevin, you were the loser. Everyone wanted to murder you, and he murdered somebody with his eyes.
I know I could get him to commit murder on my behalf.
You got Okafor, who's gonna murder somebody probably. A monkey can lift a brick heavy enough to murder you.
The Patriots murdered for a minute. They hit with an errant ball and literally acted like he got murdered.
Which essentially means he murdered somebody, like he murdered a chick. And then he basically said he's gonna send the Secret Service to their door and murder them.
I went on and I murdered Felger and Mouse. I had to go on there and murder them.
So I murdered Bob Kravitz today.
You can't sue anybody for an STD unless they give you AIDS or something that can actually murder you.
And I dead seriously exaggerate. The kid should be executed. That little kid should be killed. Murdered. I've never been more on anybody's team than this murderer's team. My air conditioning broke for a little bit yesterday, and I almost murdered 8 people. I got super excited when she finally murdered somebody. I could just watch her go around and murder people. If it was the Patriots, we would be murdered. Are Latino chicks, will they murder you if you look at another girl? 1,000% murdered. They murder you just if you miss an open net.
I would murder Hero Cat if I was given the opportunity. I wouldn't think twice about it. I'd murder him.
I'm out. I lose. I think they probably murder you. Feidelberg, you may get murdered. This guy got his absolute ass murdered. I was trying to murder him verbally. Everybody who crossed our path is getting murdered. Anybody can murder anybody when they don't have any idea they're about to be murdered.
And then we had 300 reindeer in Norway just get murdered by a lightning strike. Russell Wilson, probably the most easily murderable guy of all time.
If you're a part of the area, I think you have the right to murder people.